Yo, what's the word? It's your boy 16. If you like the content on this channel, I want to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for post notifications. Also, I got a website at www.16shotonvisuals.com. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to what y'all came to see. What's the word? Let the people know we got 16 Shot on Visuals.
Yo, it's your girl Mena Red.
For sure. First thing I want to ask you is like the origin of your name, like where it come from.
Cause like in 2012, I had red hair for like 4 years straight, and they just started calling me Mena Red, and I ran with it.
Was it a reason why you had your hair red for like 4 years?
I don't know, back then I was a little different. I was way different back then.
When you say different, are you saying different from other people or different from how you are now?
Shit, both.
You can name like certain differences?
Like, shit, back then I was just, I wasn't as calm as I am now. I'm humbled, like life humbled me, but at first I was like just ratchet, out there loud. Red hair was for me back then.
So was it a reason for you calming down? Was it like just maturity or?
Life. Maturity too though. I always been mature. I was never like immature or I wasn't disrespectful. I was just out here. But yeah.
So like what type of things were you into younger when you say like you were wild, like fighting type shit, gang banging or?
I don't know, as far as that, back then I'ma say I was like, I just had zero tolerance. I ain't never been too like rah-rah. I always been cool, but back then I was like, anything could make me act weird, crazy. Now I be chilling cause I got like a lot of stuff going on.
So like when you were younger, you used to get like hella fights, shit like that?
Yeah, when I was younger, I just was whatever, it was whatever.
So you know, for the people that don't know, you take Capone's sister, right? Big sister?
Yeah, that's my little brother.
What's up?
We 11 months apart.
So did y'all grow up like the same household type shit? Like?
Yeah, that's my mama and daddy's son. We grew up under the same roof our whole life. Like, it's always been us.
So how would you describe like coming up in that area, like in the 600 area for like a female?
It was cool. It was really what you made it. Like, it wasn't, to other people it probably was bad, but to me, it was cool. Like, I was cool the whole time. Like, I don't know. Around that, we was just like really a big family because everybody been around us since we was kids, really. So, and then most of us really was related, so it wasn't really like no bad.
So like, do you still feel that family vibe with majority of people from over there?
In reality, no. But like some people, like it's just gonna always be like that love, but it just fucked up. That's how I feel.
Do you remember like around what time or like what year like shit started feeling like not the same no more?
Shit. Really soon as everybody started dying, but for real, like not on top of people dying, and then like everything else, like what they started splitting up, that was different.
So you know, as a child, like what type of things were you into?
I got into really all type of stuff, but really when I was younger, I was still respectful. I wasn't so wild. I ain't never been like so rah-rah. I always been laid back. I was good in school. I just got in trouble. Like I was just, I don't know, bad a little bit.
So did you consider yourself bad then, or did you like grow up and look back like, damn, what was I doing?
I ain't consider myself bad then. I thought I was doing good. But then like looking back, it's like, damn, like what made you do that? Like, yeah, I don't know.
So I had seen like in a couple of lives, and I believe probably an interview with me, Tay had said like you more solid than a lot of niggas type shit. And basically like more street than a lot of niggas. Like what was the reason behind that?
A lot of people gonna say because of my case, but for my brother, like he got that firsthand, like he know me, like any situation, anything he ever had to go up against, do any of that, I always come first. Like I go before him. I'm him. Like so he know, like I got heart for real, and I got a heart of gold too. But he just know. He know firsthand. He know I'm solid for real.
Yeah, I be seeing like anytime one fellas was tweaking with him, like he was getting right on their ass.
Yeah, I don't play about him, for sure. I don't play about him at all.
So like, with all this shit going on, like did you ever get into like the gang shit? Cause I know you had said something like most of y'all family GDs. And
yeah, no, see, that's probably been where the confusion come in at. Like when people see me tweaking with them, for tweaking with him, they think I'm like in gang business, but really it ain't even, once you play with him, it ain't even gang business no more. That's my business, cause that's my little brother. Like, yeah. I'ma protect him with all of me, like at whatever cost. I don't play.
So you know, how was y'all childhood coming up together? Like, did y'all ever used to like get in arguments, fight, shit like that? And with you being older, like who used to win, if so?
I ain't gonna lie, when I was little, I used to whoop his ass. Like, I done blacked his ass a couple times, but it's like soon as he turned 10 or something, like it wasn't 10, it was like 12. He started acting crazy. He getting wild. But then like when we grew up, like all the way to like 2 years ago, Tay whooped ass. Like he whooped the whole sisters. He don't care. Everybody, me and my little sister, he don't care. Blacking ass, he don't care. Breaking arms, he don't mind. He cool. He gonna do him.
That's how me and my big sister used to be. She used to be beating my ass until I got to a certain age. But we ain't never like fight for real. I just used to be annoying ass little brother.
Shit. We real fight. Sometimes he just whoop me so bad, I be like, boy, you doing too much now. Like, I'm not even arguing with you, you arguing with yourself. He just turned too crazy or something.
Oh, y'all still be like getting to it, like?
See, now he, for real though, like always he respected me. But then he just, I don't know, I must start getting on his nerve or something. But like now, if I say something, he know that like where I'm standing from, he'll respect that. He might try to go back and forth, but that's rarely like, but nah, he don't, me and him don't really get into it. We more close than anything.
So, you know, how was it having like a brother like him with all that tension his name brings, shit like that? And like when it first started coming, like how was it like? Was it something I had to adjust to, or?
Nah, I mean, it made us stick together more. Like when his name started ringing, I started having to be all on his back, seeing what he doing, but he was so, they was doing whatever they was doing. We really couldn't control that, so all I could do was go outside with him and make sure he could see what he doing, or stick around, stay at my auntie house while he downstairs outside.
So you know, like when like he first started getting in the streets, like for the most part, like was you aware of like what he was doing, like, cause I know you said you was out there with him sometime, or like was shit getting back to you and y'all family, and you like, what the fuck is he out there?
Yeah, I was with him for the most part. Like I was really it was me before him, so he was with me and I was with him. But I always knew, like, that's one thing about us. Like, me and my brother stuck together. Like, my mama made us, we 11 months apart, so every time we go outside, she don't even care what time we come in, as long as we together. Like, if we ain't together, then she'll start acting crazy. But other than that, we was cool.
In our last interview, he had mentioned about you and King Von dating and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
What's to that situation like? How did that come about?
One day Von came over our house. He had, I don't know what he had, just did crash somebody's car or something. And he came in, he had on like a jacket and a scully, but he didn't have on no shirt under the coat. So I'm like, what the fuck? He look freaky as hell. Like, what's to him? I'm like, where your shirt at? And really, I don't even know what happened after that. We just end up being together.
So, you know, how was the relationship like? Because I know you had said, like, I was watching a live, you had said something like he had hella girls when he went to jail and this and that.
Yeah.
Like, was you aware of that, like, as y'all was messing around? Or was it like, all that shit came out once he got locked up?
Really, it was cool, because I wasn't supposed to be there. Like, me and him, we really wasn't even supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So what he was doing really wasn't my business, but when we, at first, like, it was cool. But
sneaky link type shit.
we was chilling at first. That's really what we was doing. Then it ended up being something bigger than either one of us knew. It was out of our control at that point. But like, Von always been a player. Like, everybody, like, you can count on him messing with any group of females. He got at least 2 or one of them out of that group. Like, that's just what it was. And we was kids too, so it really wasn't much. Like, we figuring ourselves out. It wasn't really much I could do.
Yeah. So, like, what was the relationship experience like? Would you consider him like a good boyfriend at the time, or like good in certain areas? Shit like,
yeah.
Like perfect.
He was good. He was cool. He did him all the time. Like, anytime, that's him. He gonna do him, but he was sweet as fuck. Like, Von, I ain't never, like, when I was first going with him, I ain't know who he was. Like, I was blind to whatever he was doing out here in the streets. So, like, he was just too sweet to me. I couldn't believe how sweet he used to be. Like, he'll just pop up and ring the bell and be like, I came over here for a kiss. Like, and then go right back outside. He was sweet. It was a good relationship.
So basically, like, the side he showed you, like, if you ain't really like know what he was really doing, you probably wouldn't never.
I would have never knew.
Yeah.
If I wasn't in that, like, around, I would have knew. Nah, I wouldn't.
So, you know, because I know you say when you first came around, you didn't really know him like that.
Mm-hmm.
But once you really like got to know him and seen like what was to him.
Yeah.
Like, how was it for you then? Like, because you know some people that scare people, but some people they like.
Nah, I wasn't scared. I was like,
My birthday gonna fuck you up.
yeah, like, I ain't never been like, I'll go get my nigga on you, but cause I was always around them, like, so like, everybody around me respected me, so I ain't never had to feel like that. But that's just what I was into. Like, I ain't no bitch, so my nigga ain't finna be no bitch. That was a plus for me. Long as he keep it away from me, that's all that really.
So, like, when did things start going like left with the relationship?
It really wasn't going left. He had went to jail. He went to jail. He really went out long. When I first started talking to him, I think he was out for like 3 or 6 months, and then went right back. So he had just came home, and then only was out for 3 to 6 months and went right back.
Y'all still like stay in communication and shit?
Yeah, I was still talking to him. That was the first deal he did. I was still talking to him, but at that time, like, it wasn't my, like, we was writing letters, but we was like building a relationship. We wasn't in a relationship. Like, this is just what we was doing at the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. When he came home, it was different.
So I know you had said something about a case, and I know people been saying like you had took a case for him or something like that.
I ain't gonna say I took the case for him, but like
Just like,
the day after prom, that's just what it was like. But we got locked up, and how it was, it's just like, it wasn't even about me telling or me snitching, like, cause I'm a girl at the end of the day. It was about like, what I'ma tell them anything for when, like, that's not in me. That's not what I wanted to do. It. They ain't never asked me no questions. They just came and asked, yeah, you charged with, they laid the 2 guns out, and I said, all right, and it was it. It really wasn't nothing else.
so you got charged with two guns, or was there like more charges to it?
Yeah, I got charged with 2 guns, but he ended up getting locked up too. And he got charged with aggravated discharge of a firearm, but his was a misdemeanor, mine was felonies.
Yeah. So aggravated discharge is basically like shooting a gun, right?
Yeah.
So he got a misdemeanor for shooting a gun, and they gave you felonies just for having a gun.
Yeah, cause he didn't have a gun when they got him. He didn't have a gun, so.
That sounds stupid as fuck.
All they had was people tell them they know he shot.
Oh yeah, so it ain't really a solid.
Right. So it was that's just how they put it.
So how was that experience? Was that your first time getting locked up?
That was my first time. That was the day after my prom.
Yeah.
Like, that, I was never that type. Like, I always been doing hair, even as a kid, in school, going to college. Like, that was my life. I wanted that life. But after that, it was just like I had to man up. Like, not saying it in a literal sense, but it's just what it was. Like, I had to take what came with it at that point.
So they had sent you like to the county and shit?
Yeah, I went to the county, and I was in the county for 2 months. My bond was $90,000,
Yeah.
and then my mama came and got me, and I was on house arrest for 21 months.
So how was your experience in the county?
It was cool, like the whole time. Like, it was just different to me. I just had to adapt because I knew what I was up against. I ain't never been in here. All I know is what people around me went through and how theirs went. So I just went in with the mindset, like, it is what it is, shit. People used to ask me, like, when you going home? I'd be like, I don't know, because I ain't know. I knew, like, it was up to them.
Yeah.
I just was cool.
It's crazy. It might sound crazy, but I know for me, like, your first time going to jail, like, in the beginning, it ain't really, it's fucked up because you in there, you mad you in there, but it ain't as bad because like how you say everything new to you.
Yeah.
So, but like after a while, I get old, like, all right, you got this shit.
Yeah, like, I'm irritated, come get me. That's how it was.
Like, I think it took like 4 months. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of this shit. All you do, play cards, eat.
It's crazy because that's how I feel in the county, like, cause it's a waiting game. So you like, I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm not doing this. They make this their life. Like,
Yeah.
I just look like this ain't my life. I'm ready to go the fuck home. This not what I do.
Then I don't know how it be for the women, but I know for the men, it's always some old ass nigga just that been in jail forever. Just, you good? This little shit. Like, it's like they so used to this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, bro, this shit not good.
They is. That should be revolving doors for them. Like, for women, it was like, it wasn't even like, it was more so, it is people like that, but it's like the ladies would be on drugs or prostitutes.
Yeah.
Like not too many murderers and none of that. They really just be in it for life.
Was most of the girls like not attractive? Cause like when I was going like you know how you move around sometimes.
You go to
the
court.
only girls I seen almost looked like men. Or it was like all pregnant women. Like I only seen like one decent looking girl, and she was like coming in. And that's
Oh
like
my
this.
God.
She ain't been in that for a minute.
Whew.
Like the motherfucker.
It was some. It was that. It is. I don't know. It looked like everybody been in here for a minute when I got in there. I'm like, damn, ain't nobody got their tracks in no more. Like, how long y'all been in this bitch? They got their braids. They asked me, can they buy my hair so they could do micros? Like, no, I'm finna go home. You tweaking. It was, I don't know. They, not all of them was ugly though. They was, some of them was cute. It's just like, we ain't had much. Like, they gotta make it work. Some people ain't got no hair and stuff. For real.
So like, what experience was worse for you? House arrest or jail? What house arrest been longer?
House arrest. I was over it. At the end of my house arrest, I started battling every day. They used to call my bin. I used to be like, I'm on my way home. I was just ready to go. I was ready to take my time, like, and that's what I did.
Also, after the house arrest shit, you ended up going to prison?
Yep.
So were things smoother once you got to prison for you?
Yeah, it was better because it's like, once you get to the joint, you know, first of all, ain't no coming back. It ain't nothing you could do about the time you got to do in there. Like, you go ahead, you gonna finish your time, and that's just what it is. So I was cool. I just was ready to come back.
Yeah, it make it easier on your mind because it's like you know when you coming home versus like you going to court back to back and you don't know shit. Like,
You just don't want to count. Don't count.
yeah.
That's the worst thing you could do in jail is count. Like, it seems longer and longer.
I used to be in that bitch predicting when I'm coming home.
For
getting
sure.
my hopes up, then getting a 2 months continuous. Like, that shit hurt.
That's why in the beginning when I was in the county, like my first month, my first week, I kept saying like, I'm just gonna come home next week. Then when I went to court and then my lawyer came in the back, he told me my mama, he talked to the family and they said he not gonna put the motions in to, you know, get me home. He just gonna change the judge and we gonna do this next time. Next time, boy, fuck you. And go tell everybody up there I said don't talk to me no more because they want me to stay there. I was so mad, but after that I was cool though.
He probably did it to help though.
He did. He was, the man was like, he was like, he had some against gun cases because one of his kids died or something like that. And he like, nah, you don't need to be in front of this judge.
So, you know, once you came home and shit like that, like, was y'all relationship over around that time or was y'all, or?
Nah, we was writing. We was writing while I was in jail. He'll write his mama a letter, cause he was still locked up. He'll write his mama a letter. His mama will send it to me. And then I'll write his mama a letter and she'll send it to him. Like, so we was still communicating. He was talking to me every day, but it's like, by this time he been in there for 2 years now. Like, so it was like I said, he had so many bitches. Like, but when you was younger, when we was like as teenagers, like, and we just got in this shit, it was cool being like, I'm wifey, them just the hoes. Like, but when I started getting older, that it get old. Like, steady going up to the county, going to see him. He got the whole visiting room for him. Like, I'm just like, wow.
I ain't gonna lie though, when you like constantly going in and out of jail like that, you kind of learn to do that. Cause when you get locked up, a lot of people don't be around. So a lot of niggas, like I was in jail and I seen niggas like real life plotting like, I'm finna get all these bitches just cause I come back in this bitch. Then they was planning on getting bitches pregnant, all type of shit. Like they saying like, yeah, she ain't going nowhere. Like he just knew he was going back to jail. Yeah. So you know what, all the shit you went through as far as like going to jail, catching cases, relationships, shit like that, like do you have any regrets with the decisions you made? Would you do everything the same?
Nah, I don't have no regrets. I do everything the same. Like,
so what make you feel that way? Like do you feel like it built character? Did you learn anything, shit like that?
yeah, life humbled me. Like everything I went through just made me feel like it ain't worth reacting to. Like sometimes you can be cool, be laid back, like, or just cause things ain't go your way don't mean it's gonna be like bad or it's gonna be fucked up for forever. Shit get better. Like,
so how's your relationship with Buka? Like with the situation with him and your brother, and how was it before now?
Right now we don't talk at all, but before this situation, me and Buka, that was my favorite cousin, like brother type shit. Like we did everything together, went to school, like everything, slept in the same bed. Like he told me everything, like how he felt, his real feelings. Like I tell him something about me. Like we was like best friends, best cousins.
So so y'all basically like y'all had hella memories coming up, shit like that, like funny memories, having fun, shit like that.
Yeah. We did that.
So what toll did that take on you? When they had with them having that going on, like
a lot. Like that was like the real heartbreak. Like losing people was like that's what came with it. But then losing people who ain't even dead, that's different. Like this my family. Like this what it was, this what it always been. And now all these years passed, it ain't even been there. I ain't talked to you, you don't know me, I don't know you. Like it's different.
So do y'all family ever try to like bring shit together, or was they trying that in the beginning and it just wasn't working, or what?
Yeah. At first it was like, man, like they was telling us like, man, y'all always need to stop doing that, y'all cousins. But then like they started saying shit, fuck whoever was saying that, like fuck all y'all, fuck the whole family. Like it started going too far. Like it was just going too far.
So it was never like family events where like they'd show up and be together or see each other, shit like that?
Nah, I like Buka, he don't come, he don't be around us at all. But Lil D, like, he'll come to the building picnics, we'll see him. Like, I still talk to Lil D, so it's different. Like, he's still like a baby.
So when they see each other, how was that? Like, will they speak, will they walk past, or?
When they last seen each other, it was a minute ago. Like, a long time ago. Before everybody moved, they all moved out of town.
Yeah.
Like, so when shit got too serious, they ain't seen each other since. Like, they ain't crossed paths at all.
So is it safe to say like stuff got worse? Cause I remember, like me and your brother been cool for a minute, so I remember like picking him up and he was staying over there still.
Yeah.
But that shit was going on and I was hearing it. So I was thinking like, I ain't know what to think, cause I'm like, alright, he's staying here, I'm picking him up.
Yeah, right.
And then when I go on the internet, I'm seeing this. So I ain't know if it was like a publicity stunt, it was with certain people.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what it felt like. Cause in reality, that shit could have been happened. Like, that's, come on, man. If it was really like that and they really felt like he got in on them or he told on them, somebody would have wanted to kill him. Somebody, he would have been dead. It's been so iffy the whole time. Like, it had been trial, no paperwork. Like, what more y'all want? I don't even get it. I don't know, but it's just like, it's different.
I was confused. Like, I remember I picked him up. I'm like, bro, are we good? Like, I ain't trying to be pick you up and then crazy that shit. Yeah. You know how he is. You know, I'm good over there. So was there ever times that you like wish shit could like be back to how it was, where everybody been so close?
Yeah. Cause I ain't gonna say like they was still losing people and they was young, so they was hurt, but it fucked everything up more when that started happening. Like, I seen my brother he changed. Like, it was different. Like, I wish he would have never even went through that. Like, yeah, that's terrible. I do wish stuff like to get back. It ain't even gotta get back like it was, but I wish that part would just be over. Like, get over that shit.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, like, just like having somebody calling you like a snitch, that's fucked up alone. But like, when like your real close family and friends, like people like you probably would've died or killed folk and love, like that shit hurt even more.
It hurt different.
Yeah.
It hurt so different. Like, that's my little brother, and I always protected him. So seeing him hurt, like, we already hurt because we gave up everything for them. But like, seeing him hurt, it was different. It made me mad. Like, I was hurt, angry, all type of other emotions. So every time it'll be brought up, I'll be the one that really set it straight. Like, Taya say something, but I'm the one really saying it. Like, I'm saying everything.
So back in the day, I had seen y'all had did a song together or something like that.
Yeah, we did a song. And it was like 2012, 2013.
Yeah. Did you ever continue to do any more songs like that?
Nah, I ain't never do no more songs, but I thought about it. I just like played around, like do challenges and stuff. That's it.
What made you not really get in a booth and start really dropping songs?
Cause to be honest, that first time it was just like my brother was recording. I used to go to the studio with him all the time. So this one time I'm like, the man who was producing it, like who was doing it for him, he like, y'all do a song together. And when I started rapping, he like, damn, y'all got that shit natural. Like, y'all sound like y'all rap already. I'm like, I was shy and I ain't know, like, but I did good to me for back then.
So with Taya and LA being so close, like, did y'all have a close relationship too?
Yeah, that was my little brother. Like, I knew LA before 600. Like, his sister's mama, I knew them, like, way before that. So it was I already knew him, but then, like, when he came around, we just took him in like a brother. I started doing his stuff. He ain't want nobody else doing his stuff but me. I don't know, he started calling me his glowtician.
You know, what about him like made motherfuckers like gravitate towards him?
He was just his own little person. Like, his demeanor, like, his spirit, like, you being around him, he was just different. Like, all these other boys, rah-rah, like, they super on it. You would think LA was lame because he's so chill, he's such a player. Like, he only wanted his girlfriend, like, they all wow. It was him, Tay, and everything. They was 3 different people. Like, he just was LA was different. Like, he rapped different. He talked, walked, all that. He had his own little style.
Speaking of M-Thing, I don't know, I know you probably seen the comment where he asked you, like, do you still got love for him as a brother or whatever?
I don't hate nobody. But like, me and my brother different. Like, them was his friends, so maybe he feels sometimes he entitled to going back to rekindling, like, or forgiving people for certain stuff. But like, when I vouch for you and I give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, hell no, I don't think it's different for me. Like, I ain't mad at him, but I just, like, I don't like, if my brother went through enough, and I be feeling like if you don't mess with my brother, then don't mess with him. Like, if you can't fuck with my brother in front of everybody, then don't fuck with him at all. If you can't, how you call my brother, and it's not even just for him. You could call, I see niggas calling my brother, like, on his phone, and then versus how they treat him on the internet if he mention them or any of that, and they giving him, like, they really don't fuck with him that. I don't like that. Like, I ain't gonna say I don't like him or I don't love him. I'm gonna say, like, I'm just man in my business. I'm trying to stay like, that energy. I don't even want to go back to feeling those ways about them.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of notice a lot of that too. I just try not to say nothing just cause, like, my job position, man. And then with us being cool, I don't be people think I'm biased with this shit, but like, I can say I have witnessed that. Like, I have seen people say something to them in person, and then I see a whole nother energy
on the internet. And that's like, as men, as women, as whoever you is, dog, cat, rat, whatever, standing on how you feel and what you say mean a lot. And the whole situation with my brother, if a lot of them would have stood on what they were saying to him personally, like to him, then all this wouldn't even came about. The snitch people wouldn't, like, you wouldn't even heard, they wouldn't have put it on him. Like, so many people would come to him and say, nah, bro, hell no, I know that shit a lie. Like, then 10 minutes later, they all together, now they tweeting Snitch K. I don't fuck with rats. Then call them again, hell no, bro, you know I want to talk about you, or something weird. Like, no, I wasn't with that. I ain't with that.
So why do you think that happened that way? Like, why you think people be
majority
50-50 with it?
Majority rules, they gon' dick ride. That's how everybody feel like they wanna be that next one up. Next one up. They wanna be that his next person, or they next person. Like, they wanna be heard or seen by them, accepted by them. So they feel like, who the fuck is Tay not? Like, Tay coming up too. So a nigga with the spotlight versus a nigga on the come up, who the fuck? Like, they don't give no fuck about being real. They don't care about seeing no papers, being at trial, him not being on the stand, none of that. Like, it's sad. It's so sad. Like, knowing what I know of what we all been through. It ain't a nigga over there that ain't been in jail. It ain't nobody that don't know what's going on, and for everybody to act like some shit could just change because it's 9 and 22. I don't understand it. Like, 9 and 22 can't rewrite these rules. Like, this shit is in a jury. Like, this is what's written. These laws can't be broken by these judges or the states or any of that. Like, people just weird.
So when you be saying, like, the majority rules shit, like, do you feel like it's not possible for somebody, like, to come from there and, like, publicly fuck with your brother and still, like, be accepted by everybody and do their own thing?
Yeah, Polo do it. Yeah. He bigger than whoever, whatever. I ain't saying, like, but Polo, that And this was way before he even became who he is. Like, and I don't know, me and Polo ain't never had a conversation, but I respect him. Like, I care for their friendship genuinely, because I know that he loved my brother. He talked to him, he comment under his pictures, he mention him, he bring him wherever he at. Like, he don't mind, and he still fuck with them, and we ain't mad, because that's what it is. Like, who he is, he's standing on how he feel, or what he feel, or what he ain't on, or what he on. So it's different.
So it sounds like basically like depending on like your level of success, more things accepted from you. So like, do you feel if your brother was to that level, a lot of this shit wouldn't be going on, and a lot of motherfuckers would be fucking with him, or this shit wouldn't ever happen type shit? Cause I notice people do accept certain things from certain people and not from other people.
But it's like snitching is different, like, especially when, like, snitching and being gay, for men, those two are the worst things. And I know that, I've seen that firsthand. Like, I don't know, it was like my brother was coming up and I hear real rappers be like, damn, little bro, they said this, but I don't believe that shit. But I'm just letting you know what a motherfucker said. Like, it's been that the whole time. So, like, people gonna work with my brother, deal with my brother, but then it's gonna be other people like, you know, they said, like, just going off what people said. I don't like that.
Yeah, like I noticed that people, I don't know, people pick and choose though. Like in every aspect though, like even with this interview shit, like a motherfucker like Black interview any and everybody, ain't nobody rating him shit. I go interview a nigga, interview they ops, niggas got a problem with it.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I even noticed they do it with the clothing line. Like I seen Chicago King Day with the fuck fame shit. Then I seen, I guess Lil J Wood in a video and went up, and then motherfucker got to sound this ops clothes. And a lot of people weren't rocking with that shit. And it's like, but Gucci, everybody wear that shit.
Yeah.
So there's levels
ops,
though.
The people who ain't ops, whoever, everybody wearing that shit. Like, it's all just majority rule. Like, it's all like, if right now don't nobody wear trues, but if a certain person go wear trues and make that shit look good, we gonna be back wearing trues. Like, if a certain person do this, that's gonna make it cool. It's different.
Now this is a question that a lot of fans been asking. I already know, you probably already know what it is, but like everybody keep on saying that like it's a rumor that you dated Melly from 051. So you know, how did that come about? And when y'all was dating, what's the shit that was going on?
We ain't date.
Y'all was just.
I talked to him though, like, and that was my people's, like, he was my real friend, homie, like, whatever. That was my dog too, like, and I'm a female at the end of the day, and that's how I always felt. Like I said in the beginning, I ain't never been rah-rah. I ain't never been the type of female to say, fuck, woo, or we smoking this. I don't do none of that. I ain't never did none of that. I ain't never confused myself from being what I was, which is a female. Like, when I messed with Melly, it wasn't when I was with 600. Like, it wasn't when I was running with 600. I messed with Melly after 600 turned on my brother. Like, it wasn't on no vengeance shit, cause Melly ain't even never disrespected me to ask me to set nobody up or do no weird shit. Like, it was, me and Melly was friends. Like, we had a real, like, bond. That was my real homie. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to fuck with the ops. No, it wasn't like that.
So you know what, your brother, being your brother and shit, like, was you ever worried about like getting in tune with him? Like, did you ever think like you can't trust him, or did you ever think about what your brother think about?
Before I even ever got around him, me and him was already locked in. Like, it wasn't really like, we ain't never had to say it, cause him being who he was, trusting me to come around him or know certain spots, I knew it wasn't none, cause it ain't like I couldn't, like I didn't know where I was going or where I was just at. Like he ain't mad, he showed me, he trusted me, so I opened that door for him. Like that ain't, I don't know, I was just never worried about that. But as far as my brother, like when my brother heard about me talking to him, my brother was in New York. My brother didn't come back home from New York for 3 months because he was so mad at me. He just couldn't understand why you do that. He was mad as hell, but like when I talked to him, he still ain't understand, but I'm his sister, so he knew he couldn't do nothing about it.
So y'all was cool up until the point that he passed away?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Another thing I seen, y'all was on live, like you, Kayla B, I don't remember the other girls now. I think it was somebody related to her or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you speak on like how all that happened? Was y'all ever cool? Like what happened with that?
Me and Kayla was cool before. It just, I don't know, that's just a lot of little kid. Like it was too much. Like it wasn't much, but it was enough to get us into it. Like it ain't, I don't know.
So y'all never ever like squashed shit or like left shit alone type shit?
No.
For sure. So I seen in your bio something about like a boutique.
Yeah.
You want to speak on that?
Yeah, I got a boutique shop, my dad's boutique. It's in my bio. I like selling clothes, like anything. At first I didn't want to, but like once I started selling them, I noticed that I could sell anything, and people like they fuck with me, so they gon' wear it.
Another thing I seen was something about like you taking like a fake perk or something like that. And
yeah.
Can you speak on like your experience with that? Like what happened?
Me and my sister got high one day. We was getting off a perk. We did hell for hell, and it wasn't like, I ain't gonna say you really even, it's something that you could control or something that you would know, but I took the perk. It wasn't like I got high. I thought I was high, and I felt like I went to doze off, so I ended up laying down, and when I laid down, I was snoring loud, and I don't really snore. So my sister said she got scared and she recorded me. But she thought I was playing. So she tried to wake me up because she had rolled up so we could smoke. So she tried to wake me up. She like, Mena, like, get up. And she said she told my mama, like, she called my mama because she was downstairs. She was like, Mom, Mena up here acting like she dead. Like, that's what she was saying. Like, Mena acting like she dead. So Tay came in the room. She went and got Tay, and Tay like, bro, you tweaking? She ain't respond and called the police. And the police got and my mama, she was telling me how the police was outside, and at first they was telling her like, it's over with. Like, I was not responding, whatever she said, and they stayed out there for like 15 minutes. And I ended up coming, like, I wasn't back yet, because I never even remember that. This is what my mama told me. But when we got to the hospital, I think they had inserted something that reversed the medicine out of you. So I was throwing up so much. And I'm just like, I don't know, when I woke up, it was just a lot of people in my face asking me questions like, what you do? What you do? And when I first woke up, I'm just thinking like what did I do? I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what happened. So first thing I said was, I want my mama. And I didn't even know if my mama was there, but my mama ended up being like behind me. And she like, I'm right here, baby, don't worry about it. And I'm like, Mom, what did I do? So she like, it's okay, you could tell them. I'm like, tell them what? Like, what did I do? I didn't want to just, I don't know if I was scared or if I didn't want to just tell them. I didn't know if I killed nobody. I didn't know what happened. I just know that they was asking me what I did, and I don't even remember what got me here. I just went to sleep and almost died. But it was like, I don't know. I tried. Like, that's when that happened to me, that was like in the beginning when people started realizing they was selling fake perks. So when I put my video out there and put my caption or whatever I did, I was just letting them know, like, it wasn't for sympathy. It was to, like, this to let y'all know, like, slow down. This not it. Like, these people making fake drugs just to get by, and it wasn't worth it. Then people started really dying from it, and they started seeing, but that still wasn't enough. People still dying from it, like, but it's just like, with fake perks, you wouldn't even know. Like, you would trust a person to think they got something real, and the whole time they selling fake shit. So I don't know.
So how did you find out that that was the reason that you was in there? Like, what, they seen in your system or something?
They just, on my papers, my discharge papers, it was opiate overdose.
So nobody was aware before that you had took it?
Nah. Well, yeah, me and my sister, like, they knew, but it was just like, I don't know. It was this way, we did it before, so like this one nothing new, but this time it was a fake one.
Yeah.
But
so after that, like, did you leave him alone, or was you still?
It's over with. It's so over with. I don't even play like that no more. I'm so, that life ain't even for me.
So, you know, before we close out, is there anything else you want to put out there? Any messages, shout outs, anything?
Nah, I ain't got no message. I ain't got no shout outs.
Let everybody know how to find you on social media.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Mena Red 2_. Follow my boutique, my Dolls Boutique, and yeah, just DM me, shop with me, get over me.
For sure. Let everybody know we got with you for the interview.
16. They been asking for this for so long. I'm like,
yeah.
Fuck it, let's do it. I'm ready.
For sure. Love.
Love.